Yeah, time wasting. Alright, so this is my nice apartment that I've talked about. The balcony. Not exactly gonna give you the fucking tour because you know, some of my girlfriend's shit is still here. Or maybe soon to be ex. In all probability. But that my anonymous friend. And
yeah. So
we've,
UFC 309.
UFC 309.
All right.
Fucking Jones versus Miocic.
This is your betting advice and breakdown.
No, betting advice is later. This is
predictions.
Predictions.
So who
And
do you
yours,
think?
if you disagree. All right, first fight on the fucking card is.
Okay, so Veronica Hardy or Eduardo Moura?
Okay, so Eduardo Moura is coming up from strawweight where she missed weight in her last fight and lost by split decision. I remember that I thought she got robbed. Her kicks were definitely good. Her striking is really good. She has 2 inches of reach and 2 inches of height on Veronica Hardy, but I'm gonna take Veronica Hardy.
Yeah, for sure. She's probably better, right?
Well, so the reason being for that actually is I'm gonna say so Veronica Hardy, she basically I mean, a lot of decisions. She's a fucking woman. What are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, that's normal.
The thing is,
she won her last 3.
I mean, yeah, she won her last 3. She got the submission over Polyana Viana back in the day, but in all probability, I think Eduardo Moura has this, she has an inconsistent style. I do remember, I believe it was her last fight. What happened? I remember, Diniz Gomez. Diniz Gomez, she fucking her kicks. She throws high kicks really slowly, and she kept getting her kicks caught, and then she got taken down. I think Veronica Hardy's probably gonna go to the ground. Probably not a finish, but
Decision. All right. So
Veronica Hardy is a flyweight.
So what about Bassil Hafez or Oban Elliott?
Oban, isn't it?
Oban Elliott. Yeah.
Oban Elliott looked fucking really good in his last fight, and it was a unanimous decision, but he pieced up Preston Parsons. Like, he just put a fucking absolute beating on him. Bassil Hafez, fight before last, took JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, for those who are casuals. Took JDM to a split decision.
And then he had a close fight with Mickey Gall.
Not that. Well, yeah, no. Gall did win a round, and so what that tells me is JDM says more about JDM just improving vastly with each fight than it does about Bassil Hafez. I think he was fucking. I think he gassed out really early in that fight. That was 302, and
Okay.
So I'm gonna I think Oban Elliott strikes faster. There was no way to know that going into his last fight, which is why I fucking picked Parsons. But I'm going with Oban Elliott for sure.
All right. What about Mickey Gall or Ramiz Brahimaj?
Okay, so Mickey Gall, he's further up the card. He lost to Bassil Hafez. It's interesting, but So Mickey Gall, despite being, I believe, 1-5, right, in his last UFC fights, which is fucking, as pathetic as that sounds,
4.
Oh, wait, really?
Whatever, yeah. He lost to Mike Perry.
That was, 4 years ago?
And he lost to Mike Malott, Alex Morano.
Well, yeah, Mike Malott, I think, got broken by Neil Mack. I mean, there's levels to this. As fucking Anthony goddamn Smith likes to say.
So who are you going to go with?
He's got a month of that for Dominic Reyes, some rough justice. I'm not going with Brahimaj.
So you're going with Mickey Gall?
The reason I'm not going with Brahimaj, by the way, is the Demir Garimbo fight, he just, basically Mickey Gall's bigger. He will, I believe, be able to probably not get a submission, but he'll be able to tie Brahimaj up on the ground. He's basically just gonna be imposing and pretty much and be as effective as he can, and probably not allow Brahimaj to get a submission, which is really the only way he's won in the UFC. But he does have 2 finishes by submission. I don't see him getting it. I don't see him getting near Gall's throat.
What about Tybura or Jhonata Diniz?
So I picked Jhonata Diniz when he was supposed to be fighting Derek Lewis a couple cards back. That was more open and shut. Now, the thing is, right, Jhonata Diniz is a kickboxer. I like the fact that he's had 2 UFC fights. First fight he won by knockout was Austin Lane. In his first fight, he was fat as fuck. Okay? Right? Here comes another fat ass. Probably beat Austin Lane and get checked, right? But then, in his next fight against Carl Williams, you're thinking, all right, Carl Williams can take this kickboxer to the ground, right? Now, he lost only 8 pounds. He weighed only 8 pounds less, right? In his last fight, but he showed up cut with abs, looking like he had
he's committed to this.
Committed to it, and
because Carl Williams is a pretty good grappler for a heavyweight.
Yeah, even though he did get cut after that losing that fight. Yeah, he Diniz was able to strike with enough power to fucking keep Carl Williams from being able to effectively shoot. He stuffed every panic shot takedown that Carl Williams, attempted, and then in the 3rd round, I think Carl Williams finally got him to the ground with like a minute to spare. Wasn't able to do anything with it.
So I guess you're thinking that Diniz is better on the feet, and if he could keep Carl Williams off him, he could probably keep Tybura off him.
Well, that's a big jump. That's why I might end up regretting this, but Tybura was armbarred in a round by all Sergey Spivak had to do was drop some weight, in that rematch.
That's why you picked Spivak, because you said he lost weight and he ended up winning. All right, that makes sense.
So the thing is, though, okay, Tybura can grapple, and Tybura will
he can grapple against Tai Tuivasa, but...
Yeah, Tai Tuivasa can't grapple whatsoever.
Tuivasa's kind of
I think Diniz beats Tuivasa. I think
Yeah.
Tuivasa loses to Diniz. I think Tuivasa is completely lost. I think despite that one corrupt judges,
So you're going with Diniz. That makes sense.
I'm gonna go with Diniz. It's possible that Tybura gets him to the ground because Tybura has submission ability. But
you wanna pause it or
no, I can't pause it.
You can just hit pause right
No,
there.
yeah, I know, but then I won't stop. Seriously, I do not want to stop this. Oh yeah.
You wanna ask
Sorry,
about
Uber Eats.
Brian?
Yo, Brian.
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, so my friend Brian's I don't know if the lens.
They know Brian.
Yeah, they do know Brian. Yeah, Brian's hanging out. He caught a girl on some dating app, but he's being a good guy and going to get the food we ordered.
And his liquor too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it might not be that. Dude.
He's like, why you gotta say that?
Well, I mean. Alright.
David Onama or Roberto Romero?
Oh shit, this is dope.
Just say something to him.
I don't give a fuck, dude. So now David Onama. All right, just in time for this prediction video, David Onama now has an opponent who I fucking know nothing of. I know all about David Onama. Who's this guy? Roberto Romero. So all right. So
he's 8-3 regional guy coming from
where's he coming from? Because
Combat Global. So you're gonna play.
Onama's good. Pierce took him to a decision in the last fight, but he can. Onama's actually a beast. That Nate Landwehr fight was majority decision loss, and even that was fucking. Alright, so this dude's 24-5-7 at lightweight. What is he fucking? What kind of record is he?
He's 8-3-1.
Onama weighed in at Onama was overweight for featherweight, so this is gonna be a lightweight fight. So this dude he's never, in Combat Global, he's never fought for a belt. Submission by rear naked choke in the first round. Fuck this guy.
Probably going with
Romero. I haven't heard of this guy. He just got signed probably, and they're tossing.
I wonder if they even
notice.
have like a betting line on this.
They had a betting line with no opponent. There's they're committed to Onama. Just Krylov, off the card. All right, so David Onama is going to beat Roberto Romero. I'm confident of that, even though despite that split-second licking bullshit.
What about Jim Miller or Damon Jackson?
All right, so this actually deserves a second. So, Damon Jackson, I feel, has been consistently underrated. He beat Alexander Hernandez, was that his last fight or the fight before? Jim Miller, by the way, lost to Alexander Hernandez. Really pissed me off because Alexander Hernandez really pisses me off for reasons I cannot explain. Alexander Hernandez and Paulo Costa are make me sick.
Dude, Paulo Costa's so funny, dude.
He is funny. He just the way he fight, just the way he looks in the cage, is fucking annoying.
Yeah. So.
All right. So Damon Jackson, he lost to Chevy Mariscal. Nothing to be ashamed of. He was finished by Dan Ige, but he did knock out Pat Sabatini before that. A lot of people thought that was a fluke. I
this guy's
disagree.
coming up from featherweight.
He is, but I mean, he's fought at lightweight before. Obviously, and that honestly, I mean, he's not young, but Jim Miller's really old.
Jim Miller got beat really bad by Bobby Green.
He did get beaten by Bobby Green, and this guy, and that had actually a lot to do with the 2 inches Bobby Green has on him. There's a size and position as much as it was like just constant striking, just like
he beat him up so bad.
Damon Jackson's got the same height advantage, with the same reach, but Damon Jackson, I think Damon Jackson,
Jackson has good grappling. He can mix it.
He does. He can also. I feel like Jim Miller probably is finally winding down. I mean, and also Damon Jackson.
Jim fucking Miller.
Yeah.
He's a legend of the game, but
he's got the most fucking fights, most wins.
What about Chris Weidman or Eryk Anders?
All right. So this doesn't deserve even as much time, but it does deserve a second. So, I've seen a lot of you, what do you think about this parlay, Juliano? And, I'll be like, obvious, pretty, And then I'll see Chris Weidman there. Why? Tell me why. You don't know, do you?
Because they're using the old gloves and he's going to be able to get his fingers extended better.
Yes, so that there's definitely the Chris Weidman's strategy is probably him and his team are probably working out a good blinding fucking strategy. It's like make it look just slightly less obvious. This time we'll get the fucking finish on the record.
But don't forget, he did look pretty good in that last fight before that happened, right?
He was throwing, but it's Bruno Silva, dude. Bruno Silva's trash. He was throwing leg kicks. I mean, and he didn't look that fucking good. He was, oh fuck, the food wasn't there. God damn it. Alright. Well, something will happen with that. Anyway, so Chris Weidman is fucking.
He's old. He's 40.
He's old, and also honestly, who did he fight when he was first back? He was on that O'Malley Sterling card. Brad Tavares. Brad Tavares, despite not finishing him, did attack the leg that had just been that injury was fucking brutal and atrocious, and his goddamn leg was it was his first fight back, and Brad Tavares just leg kicked him, and basically just kind of shoved him around the ring. Eryk Anders is not gonna do that. What Eryk Anders is gonna do is he's gonna hold him against the cage, probably a lot of that. Eryk Anders is coming off a win to Jamie fucking Pickett, in a who wants to keep their job fight, but you know, I feel like Anders, you know.
Pickett had a hard time in the UFC though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had a hard time. I mean, they fed him the bone nickel after he had lost, you know. I mean, yeah, Jamie Pickett was trash. Like, I mean, he had a hard time in the UFC. It's like, yeah. It's like, that's what you say.
Put it mildly.
That's what you say to the dude's like your cousin. It's like, Jamie. It's like, no, you can fucking hack it. You know, Eryk Anders.
He lost 5. So I don't know if that's a big win for Anders.
No, it's not at all. But what I'm saying is Chris Weidman versus Eryk Anders. I think Eryk Anders, you know, he's gonna wrestle. He's probably gonna try to take him to the ground.
You're not too sure about this one, right?
No, I'm pretty sure that Weidman's gonna lose. Weidman's gonna lose for sure.
That's not a lock though, right?
No, it's not a lock.
About Jonathan Martinez or Marcus McGhee? These guys are both pretty good, right?
They are, and I'm gonna take Marcus McGhee. I'll tell you why as soon as I make it clear that I have 3.
Oh, Marcus McGee's the favorite.
Is he?
Wow, that's surprising.
Why are you telling me about that?
I'm just surprised by that because Martinez is good.
I mean, Martinez is good. You know, he's not as good as Batista.
No.
As we know from the Jose Aldo test. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I don't like the way Batista fought that 3rd round any more than anyone else. But
you picked him, so yeah, you did.
I mean, yeah, but like, dude, it's like I like the sport.
Yeah, it was bad entertainment.
It was bad, yeah, but also it's like you can't score the. It's not like you could score the round for Aldo. He did win the fight.
We thought.
Anyway,
so you think McGee's gonna win, huh?
I think McGhee is gonna win. He's got 3 fights, I believe, in the UFC, right?
Yeah, his last fight was over Gaston Bolaños,
who just won and fucked me from sweeping last week's card. I went for 10 for 11 because fucking little 5'4" piece of shit can.
That guy in his the guy looked I forget his name, but
Cortavios Ramiz.
He looked like he looked alright.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess Bolaños.
He was too hesitant, but anyway, Bolaños was like, you know, Marcus McGhee. You know, I think his first fight in the UFC he won by submission, and then 2 knockouts that he's coming off of right now. He's 4 years older, which isn't gonna matter. Martinez hops around. He is fast. He does throw leg kicks. I don't think that's gonna fuck Marcus McGhee up. You know,
I feel like Martinez has faced and defeated better competition.
Do you?
Yeah, he beat Said Nurmagomedov and Adrian Yanez.
They're
better than. I mean, I'm not saying that he's gonna win. I'm just
saying
Adrian
Yanez is a bit overrated.
I mean,
you know, Bolaños looked good in his last fight, so the knockout win he has over him is age low. JP buys. I don't know.
I don't know much about that guy.
I mean, yeah, those are cans. Martinez fought.
So, but McGhee looks like a good up and comer. So
yeah, he does. He's also powerful to an extent that I don't.
He looks like an old man.
Yeah, I mean, hard time believing he's only 56.
Yeah.
No, he's 34.
He looks older than 34.
Well, I mean, dude, he's got that right. Brian battle. Like, what race are you?
So look at Mauricio Huffy minus 1,000 against James Llontop. So this is a lock.
Yes,
you cannot pick against these fighting nerds, right?
No, you can't. Well, I mean, you could, if you want to lose money, but also, like, you know, betting advice video will follow. Just purely this fight, you know.
What are you doing, dude?
I'll fucking clean it later.
So Huffy, he's gonna probably get a knockout. If he's anything James Silva or Carlos Prates.
Yeah, James. I mean, you know, he looked amazing in his debut. James Llontop, you know, 3-fight contract. He's lost 2 of them, and you know he's on track to, you know, get cut just as fast as he was signed. I think that also I mean, Mauricio Ruffy's gonna follow his boys right into the rankings, even though Llontop's not ranked.
So Huffy.
It's a good fight to open the main card with 2, even though, you know, they're both unranked. Alright. So
Viviane Araujo versus Karine Silva.
Alright, so this fight, why it's on the goddamn main card is as much a mystery to me as it is to you know, fucking yeah.
So who do you
Regardless, though, I think Karine Silva actually is, you know, is can she? I mean, she can be, you know, she has the capability to make this an exciting fight. I think Viviane Araujo is basically on her way out. Where's she 30? Yeah, she's 37. Yeah, Karine Silva is 30. That in itself doesn't necessarily matter. The fucking thing that makes me, I mean, Viviane Araujo, just the way she's lost so many of her recent fights. You know, I mean, you know, Amanda Ribas, Alexa Grasso, took Alexa Grasso a decision. Natalia Silva is, you know, but these, you know, basically, I mean, her last really dominant win was the Andrea Lee fight 2 years ago. I don't think she has really any kind of ability to, like, you know, it's just like she's going to be lacking any kind of effective game plan, to be honest. And I mean, Karine Silva is just going to probably overpower her.
She's actually on a crazy win streak, Silva.
Yeah, she's, what, 5 or 6?
I don't know. She'll probably win.
No, Karine
on to the next, bro. Bo Nickel or Paul Craig? This is a better one. Oh my god. Bo Nickel's a huge favorite over Paul Craig.
Jesus, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
maybe that's good value
Bo
on
Nickel,
Craig.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Plus
dude.
650.
Dude, you sound like a fight. All right. It's not good value. If you bet on Paul Craig, you will lose the money that you bet on him. That's what will happen.
Probably.
Also, don't make straight bets. Yeah. So as much as I would like to see Paul Craig get one last finish, and Bo Nickel, who's been managed and carefully arranged, right, over the guy. This is his fourth fight in 2 years. Have him just be for Paul Craig's first knockout win or some shit. What's probably gonna happen is that yo Brian, you got that? Thank you. Okay. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. Here's how I see this going. All right.
Paul Craig by armbar.
No. I mean, I'd love that, but this is reality, unfortunately.
Can you break Jamal Hill's arm?
He
beat Magomed Ankalaev.
He only person that ever beat Ankalaev. That was a different Paul Craig. This Paul Craig is going to be outstruck.
Why don't you just say it? Just be alright.
Because I fucking it's like my friend he wants me to interact with the Uber Eats drivers when somebody's going down. It's like let them wonder what the fuck's going on for a second. Maybe they're betting on this and they need this. They had no idea who this shit to. So Bo Nickel is going to
probably knock him out, right?
He could knock him out. He could control him the way Brendan Allen did on the ground. Probably. I mean.
Yeah, that's a good point. If Brendan Allen was able to submit Paul Craig,
I think that
he's not good enough to beat Bo Nickel.
I think that Bo Nickel's he's gonna begin. If he can keep it on the feet and go for an early knockout, he'll try to do that. I think Paul Craig is gonna at least be good enough to draw him.
Paul Craig's really open to be hit on the feet.
Yeah, I mean Kyle Barao fucking got first knockout.
Sparked him out.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I think that it's really. I mean, it's not a question of who wins the fight. It's just how does Bo Nickel win almost.
I would say he's more likely to get a KO in this one.
I mean, possibly, but I mean he's only knocked out Val Woodburn. I think Paul Craig is gonna in quick desperation try to draw it onto the ground where he's arguably just as vulnerable, but has at least.
Paul Craig submitted to Krylov too.
Yeah. No, Paul. It's sad to see.
Yeah, he used to be really good, but.
Yeah. But yes, of course, Bo Nickel will be Paul Craig.
I don't know about Charles Du Bronx, Oliveira, or Michael.
Why the fuck did they call him this? Being from the Bronx, I thought I remember seeing that.
Why is he called Du? I forget why he's called Du Bronx.
Well, what I haven't forgotten is how the first Oliveira Chandler fight went, and you know, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, there's no reason that I have to think that this second fight will go any differently from the first. Nothing.
Well, I guess the only thing is Oliveira was on a massive winning streak at the time, and now he's been losing a little bit. But
he lost by.
But Chandler's been sitting out, so.
Dude, Chandler's been sitting out, having his his choice of race and his adopted children mocked, extensively, and being having his mind fucked with by McGregor.
Yeah.
And now
he's 38.
He looks like
he's in good shape, but
I mean, yeah, he did that kind of cheese dick video where he's like, no, it's still on, like,
he does all these inspirational workout videos.
Does he do? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's all over his social media. Like he's always
sad.
He's like, I'll see you at the top.
Oh yeah. Now I get the whole MMA Gurus whole fucking bit with that. All right.
But anyway, probably
so
Oliveira will win, right?
Yes, Oliveira will definitely win, probably by finish.
What are wonder what the odds are?
Dude, you're really about betting on this thing.
I'm just curious, yeah. So he's the favorite, yeah. All right.
I mean, well, of course Oliveira is the favorite. But I mean, I just think.
Do you think he's gonna get a knockout or a submission?
But I mean, I think he's gonna win by probability. I'd say by submission, but
maybe he'll get a knockdown and then he'll get like a submission after that.
I mean, if Oliveira wants a performance bonus, if he puts him on the ground with a strike, just hop on.
It'll be a good fight though. These guys always go. Two of the more, guys that really go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, now
people make fun of Chandler, but he does have a good fighting, entertaining fighting style.
No, I know they make fun of him for his personal life. He's the Ian Gary of lightweight.
Yeah,
which doesn't make him a cuck, but it does make him quiet.
That's probably what people think when they see him and his family at that grocery store, though.
Yeah, but this is his wife.
That's all right. Maybe the what?
He's married to a white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
But maybe his wife can't have kids or something.
Oh, you're saying, man. You're saying that at the grocery store, they're like, damn, dude, what a nice guy to take in a single mother's mixed race kids, and then but then their energy is just so clear. They've been married forever, and then they're like, wow, he's in reality, he's living the fucking Jim Carrey movie where he's got
myself and
Irene, yeah, but in fact, they are not.
No, he just adopted him. It's possible that maybe his wife. Well, I think actually didn't somebody say that? I don't know. We don't need to get into that, but
I mean, I want.
Is his wife fertile or not? Maybe he can't. Maybe he took too many steroids and now he can't.
I think neither of those, but what I do know, or
I will say this: it's actually pretty hard to adopt white children. It's not as easy as you would think.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
They get scooped up really fast.
Yeah, you've been trying for a long ass time.
What are you talking about?
You could snag yourself a white kid and adoption agency.
Nah, I'm not trying to do that.
But anyway though, I think Chandler cheated on his wife, right? And then wrote her a poem or some shit.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is he's gonna fucking lose, and then he's gonna think about all the shit that we've been, whichever version of the events is actually true. So he's sitting there after, why did I take a second fight against Oliveira? Oh, yeah. I waited too long for Conor McGregor.
Okay, what about John Jones or Stipe?
Well, once again,
old man Stipe.
Once again, I would at this point I would like it a lot if Stipe and Miocic just fucking somehow were to finish John Jones.
Really, you're rooting for Stipe?
I mean,
I'm rooting for Stipe, but
I'm not rooting for Stipe. I'm not gonna say that I'm necessarily rooting for anyone. I don't have the John Jones hatred that like a lot of.
Yeah, I thought you kind of liked John Jones a little bit. Not, I know he's not your favorite.
Yeah, guy, I say that because I do believe that like on the fucking in his post fight speech after finishing Stipe, and I do mean finishing Stipe, right? Like, he'll take it right up to the moment where people are frothing at the mouth, leering, fucking maybe they're doing that MMA guru Aspinall chant, and...
They won't do that, dude. These fans are not... The fans that go to these events aren't
well, it's Madison Square Garden, dude. And Jones is like, he's been well hated for like ducking Aspinall. I think it's a work.
Doesn't he doesn't have fans in New York?
Of course he does, but he's from New York. But I have a theory, that I'm running with, which is that like it's all the whole shit is like a work, and that he's gonna call out Aspinall after winning this fight.
I think that's delusional, dude. The only thing I could see, like, I think he either really doesn't want to fight him, or maybe he's holding out for money, trying to act like.
Like a lot of money. Yeah, but the money has to have been arrived at, or else that Dana White dick sucking tour. That's fine. Fucking change for here. Okay, so just a little bit more on this fight. Alright, so first of all, I mean, like...
What's in here? Let me get some of this.
Jones, there you go. Yeah. Jones is, grappling, people act like that, because he has only fought Cyril Gane at heavyweight, that, like, he didn't submit Cyril Gane.
He was starting to look a little shaky at light heavyweight.
Well...
It looked like somebody was going to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, Dominic Reyes arguably did.
And he had a close fight with Santos, too.
Yeah, split decision, but regardless. Point being, Stipe is, I believe, weighing in at 234 at heavyweight. Stipe, basically among the lightest.
Also, Stipe hasn't fought in over 3.5 years, and he got knocked out in his last fight. I mean, you guys probably all know that already, but it's been over 4 years since he won a fight. He's 42 years old.
I don't think that Stipe has the defensive grappling to even really not get taken down. He gets taken down. He might not get submitted the first, second, third time.
He's better than Gane.
Oh yeah, by far. But I mean, I just don't think he has a chance. Like, it's just not a.
He's too old.
I mean, I don't think he would have had a chance had Jones gone up sooner either. I mean,
I think he would have had a chance 4 or 5 years ago.
I mean,
pretty good chance. Maybe, I'm not saying that he would have won, but what is that? You don't want to know.
Dumplings. See, the thing about Stipe is also that
these are bomb, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's so good.
You don't dip them in the sauce?
Nah, you can't. So Stipe, Stipe will probably Stipe's gonna fight very controlled, I think.
Stipe has good fight IQ and he's well rounded, but he doesn't have a ton of KO power, right?
Well,
I mean, he does have a lot of finishes, but
I mean,
it's not like
people would argue that John Jones.
He's not like Aspinall.
I mean, dude, no one's like Aspinall.
Where he just jabs you once and you're done.
Not exactly. Aspinall does snipe a lot of his finishing shots, like combinations and shit. It's not. I mean, but anyway,
what? It's quality.
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The information's there.
So you're going with John Jones, huh?
I'm going with John Jones. And by the way, like, if
you sure about that?
If any other main card deserves deserves me to chew through my pick, yeah, it would be Jones, and not because Jones is necessarily ass, but I mean,
he's being annoying right now.
It's gotta be on purpose. If
Jones had thought this through, and he's like, I basically never lost. He should have been like, all right, I'm gonna retire after this fight, and then relinquished his belt. A few months later, said, "Hey, I want to come back and fight Alex Pereira," but the way he's doing it now, it doesn't look good. It really looks like he's scared to fight Aspinall.
Yeah, I just don't. I think it's all bullshit, dude. I think he's gonna win if he doesn't retire right there, which it's hard to see.
It doesn't sound like he's gonna retire. He's talking about fighting Pereira.
Yeah, but like you said, he would get rid of the belt. Just like fight for the BMF belt and shit.
How can you be the BMF if you're ducking your?
Dude,
you give up your belt because you don't want to fight the guy.
It's like
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, doesn't make much sense.
I get it though, because he doesn't want to lose,
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure, but it's just like it's one of those things. How the fuck?
Can you imagine Michael Jordan or Tom Brady saying they don't want to face the best team?
Well,
they want the easier team.
Dude, what makes it so hateable is that not only is there an interim champion, but you got an interim champion who's defended the interim belt.
Yeah, I know. He was saying they should have never made him interim champ, because that way that would be easier for him to duck, and we could be like.
But, dude, it's like it was plausible the shit that Jones was dismissing Aspinall with at first. Now it's like to be like, oh, this young kid who's here to it almost seems like he's setting the shit up to fucking beat Steve and then announce his intention to fight Aspinall.
I mean, we all hope that's what happens, but I wouldn't.
Dude, I hope.
Is there a prop bet you could do on that? On who he calls out in this post fight?
Dude, I really hope actually. I had hoped that just in time, Aspinall just chloroformed Steve. Yes, I was like, oh shit, you're fighting the fucking.
Yeah, I hope maybe Stipe will get injured on his walkout or something.
Yeah.
Except for Jones would call the fight off, dude.
Yeah, it would have to be.
He didn't want to take Chael Sonnen on that. No disrespect to Chael Sonnen, but.
Well, when he did fight.
What do you got there, dude? Is that
combination fried?
What?
It's called combination fried.
Oh, there's no chicken in there?
Yeah, there is.
I don't want that.
Well, anyway, this is what I'm saying, basically. I mean.
So you're picking John Jones.
Jones.
And you're taking him to call out Aspinall after the fight. That'd be an upset.
Dude, I mean, if you could bet on such a thing, I would not bet on it. I mean, that wouldn't be an upset, because an upset is like.
There'd be pretty long odds on it. I don't think he wants
that, yeah.
He wants Pereira, or he might call out. He might call out Drickus, or.
He's not gonna get Pereira. He's not moving around. He's not moving around weight classes.
He could also say I don't feel healthy carrying all this extra weight. I want to go back down to light heavyweight.
Not. I mean, he put on too much weight to fight Shogun.
Yeah, he looks a little fat now.
Well, yeah, but that's it's like, we're not gonna really know the weigh-in. So what did you weigh though?
248.
Yeah,
he's bigger than Stipe.
Well, yeah, Stipe, they're the same height. Stipe, 234 for heavyweight. I mean,
Stipe will probably be the biggest guy he's fought. Well, he fought Gall.
Yeah.
He fucking fought Gall. Yeah, all right, so you're going Jones. All right.
So
that's a wrap, huh?
Yeah. No, how many fights are there now?
I think there's 12.
I think it's 13 with Onama. Because I mean, that last week's card was pretty hard to fucking top in terms of.
There was a lot of dead air time on the prelims though, because the fights were so short.
Yeah, they can't. Well, I mean, they're short because there's non-stop finishes until.
I like it better when there's finishes on the main card and like a lot of good scraps on the prelims.
Does not have to be one or the other.
Well, no, because when there's quick finishes on the prelims, you get a lot of wasted time on the telecast. It's boring.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
We're done, right?
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, I want to.
Just kind of,
Wait, hold on. Actually, too much. Where the fuck is God damn it. Oh, wow. Alright. Holy shit. Dude. ESPN. Yeah. Here we go.
one more.
There we go. Fight Center. Alright. So. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stipe. I mean, Stipe has no chance. I mean, I want to say he has no chance.
He's got a chance.
But not a good one.
Not a good one, though. I mean, the odds are against him. That's why Jones wanted this fight.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But, I mean, they were, like, the odds makers are always going to make Jones versus anybody on Jones.
I think Aspinall would be favored over him at this point.
Probably even money.
Maybe.
I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know that Aspinall. Aspinall.
I bet you Aspinall would be a slight favorite. Just based on how Jones has been acting,
I mean,
it seems like Jones since he'd be a favorite.
He's finally out to fight.
All right, you wanna?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
So these are our picks. His picks, really, not really my picks. But
wait. So
you want to press the button?
Do you have yes? But wait, do you So all right.
I'm not picking against Jones, dude.
No, not for the fucking main event. No, you wouldn't.
I don't have any.
Martinez. So okay, so I have 3 disagreements with MMA Guru, which are Martinez. I'm taking McGhee to beat Martinez, taking fucking Eryk to beat Weidman, and taking he took Araujo.
Araujo.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. She's gonna lose.
Probably, yeah.
Almost certainly.
Alright.
So also I will drop my last minute betting advice video. Pretty soon after this one's up, and like pretty soon is in like fucking within 2-3 hours, cause I fucking want nobody to lose money if you insist on gambling, as I always say. But I also this is one of those things where it's just like, alright, just get to the fucking end. Jones beats Stipe, and what happens? You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, But what happens? Does he call out Aspinall? Does he fucking walk off, do the walk of shame, fucking, getting booed by New Yorkers and shit? So happy I don't fucking live there anymore. Anyway, UFC 309. Enjoy yourselves.